My name is Casco Bobese. I'll be chairing this media briefing. But before we start, it's very important that I introduce the leadership that is here. It's MEC Maile will be supported by the 3 MMCs. On my extreme left, not the ideological left, it's MMC Nomoya Misi from the city of Johannesburg. You all know MEC Maile. Next to MEC Maile, it's MMC Sarah Maboja from the city of Swane. Then next to me, it's MMC Eunice from the city of Johannesburg. I will now invite the MEC to join this evening.
Thank you very much. We want to start by thanking the MMCs who have joined us. We had extended an invitation just this morning because we had a meeting with all the MMCs from all the 11 municipalities, and in that meeting we had MMCs responsible for economic development, MMCs responsible for health and environment. We also have MMCs responsible for town planning. The most important thing is to ensure that there is proper coordination between ourselves and the municipalities, and we don't speak past each other because there is not enough time to delay. We have to move with speed. And the 2 MMCs are from Johannesburg. MMC is MMC responsible for economic development. MMC is MMC responsible for town planning, and the MMC Mabuja in Swan is responsible for economic development. So over the past months, the Gauteng province has been confronted with the crisis of the hospitalizations and death of young children across townships following the consumption of food products purchased from local Spaza shops. Phosphorus and organophosphate that is used as a pesticide has been found to be the cause of death of children. Empirical evidence indicate that the substance is being used in local Spaza shops and households for rodent control. However, it is a highly toxic substance that can cause irreversible damage and fatalities. In response to the crisis on the 15th of November 2024, President Ramaphosa addressed the nation, where he announced decisive measures to address the recurring foodborne illnesses that have claimed the lives of at least 22 children across the country over the past few months. These include immediate closure of Spaza shops implicated in the death and stricter regulations to protect communities. The President outlined 3 critical interventions to be implemented with immediate effect. The objective of the interventions are to get hazardous pesticides off the street, to protect children from exposure to these substances, and to prevent future outbreaks. To ensure compliance, the President issued a directive that all Spaza shops and food handling facilities must register with their respective municipalities within 21 days. He emphasized that any shop that is not registered within 21 days and does not meet all the health standards and requirements will be closed. The Gauteng Provincial Government welcomes the intervention that have been announced by the President, which align with the interventions that had been proposed by the provincial leadership working with municipalities. Earlier this month, the Gauteng Department of Economic Development had an extensive consultation with Professor Hannah Andrea Rotha, the head of Environmental Health Division in the School of Public Health at the University of Cape Town, to gain deeper knowledge on the subject of pesticides as a means of determining the approach to the elimination of the identified pesticides in the death and the hospitalization of children in the province. In addition to this, the department relaunched Condisishishini Lako, Fix Your Business, Lukisa How Mark Recht of BSF 8, campaign as a comprehensive program to address all aspects of illegality prevalent in the township economy. The campaign assumes a developmental approach to promoting compliance. It's also an approach anchored on collaboration across various stakeholders playing a critical role in community development. Whilst focus has been on the extent to which businesses comply with licensing, permits and health conditions, the conditions of properties used in business operations must also be compliant with zoning regulations in local government. One of the key challenges that have given rise to the challenge of non-compliance by Spaza shops in Gauteng is that most of the structures used for Spaza shops do not meet building control, zoning rights and environmental health standards. Municipalities will be intervening in this through the deployment of building inspectors, environment health officers, local economic development officers, fire inspectors, as well as town and regional planners. The aim of this is to ensure that local enterprises meet the highest standards of safety so as to prevent the recurrence of the crisis that has wreaked havoc in communities. Businesses operating in Gauteng communities are required to register over the coming days. The registration process has been simplified to ensure that business owners are not consumed in red tape while simultaneously ensuring that compliance is achieved. There are various requirements that needs to be met to ensure the successful registration of business shops, and these included a correctly filed application form that provides personal and business details, a certified and valid copy of a South African identity document, proof of residence, business registration with the CIPC, proof of ownership or permission to utilize business premises, zoning certificate and consent use or special consent use or comment from municipal city planning, certificates of acceptability or comment from environmental health supporting the application, and the municipality determined payment before a business license may be issued, because municipalities are charging different fees. That's why we are not stating the amount. Foreign nationals will be required to provide valid documentation from the Department of Home Affairs, giving them authorization to operate the business in South Africa. We don't have that authority as the province or local municipalities. This must be in the form of a valid business visa or a work permit. The eligibility of a business visa as per South African law is that a foreign national must invest a prescribed amount of 5 million into an existing business or provide a business plan with evidence of 5 million capital contribution. Foreign nationals may establish a business which is of national interest to South Africa as stipulated in the Industrial Policy Action Plan, for which there is no minimum capital investment required, while the Department of Home Affairs is the custodian of the business visa processes. The Department of Trade, Industry and Competition facilitates the recommendation of support for granting businesses which have a substantive economic impact. Foreign business owners must also abide by South African laws in terms of the employment of workers in their businesses. The law requires that those employed in these shops be in possession of work permits, the most common of which is the general work visa. This visa is issued to foreigners where it has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that South African citizens and permanent residents with the relevant qualifications or skills and experience are not available for employment. Various inspections by the provincial and local governments have unearthed the practice of South African citizens registering Spaza shops on behalf of foreign nationals who are not compliant with the laws of the country. This flagrant disregard for the law is unacceptable, as it makes it difficult for municipalities to compile valid data on enterprises in townships which in turn makes the work of monitoring their compliance difficult. It could also potentially create legal challenges for the said South Africans where issues of negligence resulting in hospitalizations and death arises. Furthermore, this action poses a serious national security challenge to South Africans as the absence of documentation of foreign nationals means they do not exist in the system. Below is the list of localities for the registration of businesses in each municipality. In the city of Tshwane, Spectrum Building, Semi-Max Complex, Inside FF, Ribeiro Clinic, in Pretoria CBD, Kupas, Hammanskraal, Municipal Services, Municipal Offices, Littleton, Municipal Offices, Rayton Municipal Offices, Shere Building, Brommerspruit Municipal Offices, Mamelodi Mini Munitoria. In Mohali City Local Municipality, people can go to Mahali Civic Center, Nelson Mandela Hall, Chrome Drive Grounds, Airport Community Hall, Meldes Drift Sports Complex, Manseville Hall, Pink Hall, Azadville Hall, Swaneville Hall, Kagisanong Hall, Chief Mohali, Kahise Hall, Extension 12 Hall, Centenary Hall, Red West Municipality. You can go to Ramusa Hall, in Mutlakeng, Simunye Multi-Purpose Community Hall, Beggersdal Business Hives, and then in the western area, LED offices, Badirile Multi-Purpose Center, Tusanang Community Library, Glen Harvey School, Venterspoort Primary School, Randfontein LED offices, Tukom's Res Business Hive, Blandflay Community Hall, Zurbekom Clinic, Zenzele Office, Finsbury New Sports Facility, Waterworks. In the city of Ekurhuleni, all the customer care centers of Ekurhuleni are open for registration. In Mfuleni, Soul Sorted Sports Complex, Sebokeng, Bophelong Community Hall, Full Gospel Church, Sharpeville, Mafatana Community Hall, Vereeniging Municipal Offices, and in Lesedi Local Municipality is Municipal Offices in Heidelberg, Ratanda Community Library, Impumelelo Community Library, the city of Johannesburg, Alexandra Multipurpose Community Center at 8th Avenue, Meadowlands Municipal Offices, Orlando Municipal Offices, Protea Municipal Offices, Jabulani Municipal Offices, Eureka House, CJ Cronje Building, Enadale Civic Center, Lord Kanyilo Community Hall in Ivory Park, and Ravi Ridge Community Hall, Deep Slot Youth Center, Neighborhood Center in Extension 7, Langlachte Offices, Corner Avon and Langlachte, Rudeport City Hall, Rudeport Civic Center, Cosmo City Multipurpose Center, Bram Fisher Multipurpose Center, Tsepuseng Community Center, Duronkop Community Center, in Midval Municipal Offices, Sitelo Community Hall, Val Marina, Mamello, Lakeside Multipurpose Center, Didier Municipal Offices. Municipalities will communicate further. They will upload this information in their websites. They will also issue a pamphlet that will be circulated on social media, and we will also lead the process of visiting these centers to ensure that they are up and running, they are operational, and to also have an appreciation of whatever challenges that they are facing. But in addition, the provincial government working with municipalities will not only using this channel, will also be going to the businesses to check if they are registered, but to also register those who are not able to come through. And we will also be making sure that all municipalities put up online registration mechanisms. At this point, it's only Ekurhuleni on the economic development side and only Johannesburg on the town planning side who have digitized their systems. The department has noted legitimate concerns being raised by local business owners about the timelines stipulated by the President with regard to business registration. Many business owners are concerned that 21 days may not be sufficient. Some of the concerns include that shop owners may not have resources to travel to municipal offices to register, as they rely on the money they make after selling the products. So delays with consent applications have also been cited. These are legitimate concerns that affect particularly micro enterprises. With the exception, as I've said, of Ekurhuleni and Johannesburg, others are still working on digitizing, and the department will be continuing with compliance basis as part of the Condisishinila campaign, which provides a one-stop shop for shop owners to get their business compliance in order. Shop owners who are unable to meet the 21.9 are encouraged to make use of this avenue, but to do everything possible to utilize the localities that have been provided, rather the venues that have been provided. The Department of Economic Development will be hosting the Township Commercial Property Owners Commercial Property Owners in the townships and in Bizo, starting this Sunday, I think in Johannesburg, in Slot and Soweto, I think. Yeah. The aim of this Imbizo is to deliberate on the ownership of properties in townships and the challenges encountered by owners with regard to zoning requirements. Other issues for discussion will include the regularization of properties built without zoning permits, exploring conditions under which municipalities allow for regularization. The envisaged outcome of this Imbizo is to develop a deeper understanding of the issues influencing township commercial property rental market, to map a collective program of action aimed at improving trading and operational conditions in the townships, to optimally use space in the township to enhance manufacturing capacity and streamline supplier value chains, to create a credible and reliable database of township-owned enterprises, including economic assets, the coordination of all of government efforts towards impactful intervention of the township economy, and to position engagements to educate communities on compliance requirements. Details of this and further engagements and interventions by the department will be communicated in due course. Business owners are encouraged to get further information on the registration process by visiting the stated local offices as well as through social media platforms of municipalities. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please introduce yourself and the institutions.
Manetla Mthethwa for SABC News. We just have a couple of questions as to whether asylum seekers will also be required to register or will be allowed to register these businesses within that 21-day period. We also want to find out how many businesses have been registered so far, or how many businesses are registered to operate within all the metros in the province. And we have seen some unhappiness from some community members with seeing those who they believe are responsible for the foodborne illnesses registering again. Will there be any form of consequences for those? Will they be barred from continuing to operate within the province?
Shannon Merrick's Classic Broadcasting Office.